Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see our vendor onboarding and registration portal in Odoo. In many companies, vendor registration is still managed through email, Excel sheet, printed forms, and manual document follow-up. This often creates delay, missing information, approval confusion, and duplicate vendor records. To solve these challenges, we have developed a complete digital vendor onboarding flow inside Odoo. First, the admin can install the vendor onboarding module and configure the basic settings such as approval, users, contact details, vendor declaration, and vendor portal URL. The module also provides vendor onboarding access option for respective user, approver, and inviter. So, the company can properly manage and structure the onboarding process. Next, the internal team can invite a new vendor directly from the Odoo backend by entering basic details such as vendor type, company name, and email address. Once the invitation is sent, the vendor receives an email with login credentials and registration link. Through this link, the vendor can log into the portal and complete the registration by filling the required company information in different form sections. The registration form captures company details, contact details, GST and PAN information, payment terms, bank details, documents, additional questions, and declaration details. One of the major features of this module is that form fields can be modified, can be added, many number of fields can be set to the defined field as mandatory or non-mandatory fields. As well as for the mandatory setting is valuable and available based on the organization requirement, industry process, or vendor registration policy. The progress bar helps the vendor easily understand how much of the registration is completed. The vendor can also save the form as a draft and continue later if required. After submitting the form, the vendor will receive the email as successfully submitted the application. Then the application moves to the backend approval process, where the internal team can review the submitted company detail, bank details, tax details, documents, and questionnaire answers. The module supports a structured approval workflow where approvers can approve or reject the application based on the company process along with the rejection reason if required. Odoo access right can be managed through groups and users, which helps ensure that only authorized users can invite, review, approve, or convert vendor application. Thus, Odoo portal access is commonly given only to the registered vendor in order to provide controlled access to selected information inside the system. If the application is rejected, the vendor will receive the email with a rejection reason and the inviter can resend the form to the vendor for correction. The vendor receives a resubmission email and can update or correct the required details through the portal. Once all approvals are completed, the admin can convert the approved registration into an actual vendor record in Odoo. This avoids duplicate data entry, reduces manual work, and keeps the vendor master clean, accurate, and well organized. Also, multiple emails are triggered on each action point of the user and vendor. The vendor also receives an approval confirmation email and can view the final status from the portal dashboard. From the dashboard, the vendor can also view and download a printable vendor registration report including company details, contact details, tax details, bank details, documents, questions, and declaration information. Overall, this vendor onboarding portal helps finance, purchase, compliance, and management teams manage vendor registration faster with better accuracy, complete tracking, and a proper digital approval process. Thanks for watching. Follow us for more Odoo customization and business automation updates.